Everyone, we'll take a minute to settle down. Sure, I'm just starting the presentation. Thank you so much, everyone, to be here. And thank you, TWF team, to having Tatacom on this forum. This is regarding the technology evolution on the cellular networks, which we have seen over the years. And when I was thinking about what to show in this forum, the key thing which came to my mind about 30, 35 years old, if you see, there was a series called Street Hawk. If you remember, Street Hawk was the first series which talked about a lot of technology in a motorbike. And at that point, the motorbike can connect to a command center. You can go up to a speed of 200 miles per hour. And you had the accessories also connected. So that was the key thing which came to my mind. I thought I'll brief you about that and how we have evolved over the years. And at Tatacom, what we are doing to enable those technologies for the two-wheelers to evolve and stay connected. Uh, yeah. I'll start with few key case studies just to show what our customers and have chosen us for. The first is about a traditional two-wheeler OEM from India, and they wanted to go global. They wanted to launch connectivity primarily in 52 countries, and we have supported them by giving reduced time to market. The reduced time to market is primarily because there is a regulatory compliance which we do in every country in terms of giving a single SKU and a single platform where the vehicles can be connected through a single SIM, and the customers can use a single platform to see how the access is getting controlled across the globe. The other thing is when you want to go global, you are not restricted to a single country. There are certain technical challenges and contractual complexities which we solve for the customer, and then definitely we were there. The other we want to talk about is a new age startup who took our services primarily for India and subcontinent, and they wanted primarily multi network connectivity in India, and we could offer them multi network connectivity through our platform. So this was just a brief about how the success stories have been for us in the market, and I'll take about few minutes to talk about how the market landscape looks like. These are the motorcycle numbers. Definitely, everybody was saying why we are talking about motorcycle, why not the complete two-wheeler industry? But yeah, this is one of the exciting product in the market where connectivity is primarily used. If you look at the motorcycle connected market, what we are seeing today and what it will be in 2030, there is a significant jump in terms of consumption the two-wheelers will do in terms of connectivity. There are multiple factors. There is a growth in electric two-wheelers, and then even the ICE vehicles are also adopting connectivity as a feature. And I'll talk about what are the drivers for those uh, those technologies. If you look at why people are adopting technology in terms of connected technology, there are four factors. One is rider safety. This is one of the key factors. I think the panel before was also talking about safety as a key focus area. Rider safety is one of the key focus area. The second is vehicle security and theft. If you look at Indian market, while if you look at the globe, not specifically India market, vehicle theft in certain regions has been a major problem for OEMs, and there are technology interventions which have been adopted to track down the vehicles beyond the cellular connectivity availability. The third is convenience and the new business models. The ride sharing is evolving a lot in India and has been there in the global market. Convenience is also you want to see multiple things when you're riding or when you're charging a electric two-wheeler. So that is also creating a space for market to grow. And fourth is the ecosystem. If you look at a complete two-wheeler, it is not just the two-wheeler you ride. The accessories are also getting tech heavy. The jackets you wear, the boots you wear, the helmets you wear are getting more and more connected and tech heavy as we progress, as we see the evolution happening in the market. And these are the four things which we see are impacting the growth in the market here. Going forward, As I said, there are multiple use cases also. I talked about the broad factors, but if you look at the technology interventions the two-wheeler industry is going through, is definitely safety, where e-call, b-call, we see there are a lot of accidents happening. A two-wheeler is the maximum accidents happen when you drive a two-wheeler. There are many reasons for that. And if you have e-call, b-call features there, e-call is emergency calling, and when an accident happens and it goes to a command center, then there can be immediate help. And when we have also analyzed that if a help arrives within 1 hour or 2 hours, there's high chances that the rider can be saved. The other is assisted riding V2X. Definitely, this is coming from the four-wheeler and four-wheeler industry, which two-wheeler industry is also trying to adopt. There is other key features which we see definitely are helping and making the two-wheelers more safer is auto balancing, fatigue tracking, and blind spot radar. So fatigue tracking is also very key. If you look at four-wheelers or trucks even, there are cameras which are put on the vehicles and they track your drowsiness, and if this is also put at a high speed, this needs to be customized for two-wheelers because, and definitely for different segments, for low speed and high speed vehicles. But this is also what we see is getting adopted in the two-wheeler market. Going down, there is vehicle safety and theft. Stolen bike tracking is one area which is getting traction in. Other is geofencing. It is also coming from again the four-wheeler and the truck industry, where you can geofence your area and the vehicle can be traced and it can work only in that area. Then there is keyless operation and biometric locking is also coming in two-wheelers. So we see that there's a lot of technology adoption which is coming from four-wheeler to two-wheeler, and definitely the premium segment is the one who is adopting that first. Convenience is in terms of navigation, cruise control, battery swapping, and rear view camera. When you're driving and you want to take a turn, you have a camera. Heads-up displays are also what are becoming common, definitely at the premium segment, not at the start of the segments in the two-wheeler industry. It needs lot of innovation in terms of how the cost can be brought down, and then you have to leave it to the rider to choose. Does he want to adopt those feature set, or he's happy with the conventional feature set available to them? The next is the new business model. As I said, shared mobility, last mile connectivity, and ecosystem evolution. Ecosystem in terms of accessories is also becoming a big business for two-wheeler industry. This is just on the right hand side. If you see, there is a graph which shows which features will become more prominent as we progress towards 2027, 2030. Going forward, I'll talk about how at Tata Com we are enabling this. Just to give you a brief about Tata Com, we have been there for 30 years now, and it was earlier VSNL, which was acquired by Tata Sons, and we currently provide 27% of world's internet through our subsea cables. Move, which is our core product in vehicular connectivity, came into existence around 8 years back, where we saw there were certain few key challenges in the market which we had tried to solve. One of the challenge was if you are producing in a country and you are exporting in say 50, 100, 150 countries, how can you maintain a single SIM and how can you maintain a single connectivity piece across the globe? Our Move platform does that for our OEMs. You can produce in India, you can export to whatever countries where there is no legal barriers. Currently, we are supporting around 200 countries where you can go and stay alive and you can directly get connected without the change of the SIM. The other key challenge was how this will be done contractually. So we are the forefront and we settle all the contracting for our OEMs so that they can use the existing contracts and then can go and they can use connectivity in those countries. The other key problem which industry faced was primarily Europe, where there are porous boundaries. You cross one country to another country without knowing, but you want to be connected. With our product, looking at the country codes, the network switching happens, and basis that the rider or the car driver sees that they are always connected. So these are the key feature sets which we are providing. If you look at the graph which we are showing on the right side, there is a global telecom infrastructure which we have deployed in 5 continents, which enables these use cases to be live. And the dark blue are the locally regulated countries like India. India also has a local profile regulation, and we are working with a local profile in India. So primarily and light blue, if you see in light blue countries, you can roam with a roaming profile. There is no restriction. There are advantages when you roam on a roaming profile. The reason is you can switch to multi networks very seamlessly. When it comes to local profiles, there are many restrictions in terms of you have to produce the SIMs in a particular country. You can roam on, you have to be on a single network, which if we talk about seamless connectivity for an automotive, that may not be the right option to go for, but it is the regulatory to decide and take it forward. I'll move forward. So this is about, I was talking about what the base network, cellular network does. And if you look at how the technology has evolved in the telecom network, 30 years back, 30, 35, 40 years back, we started with 1G. It moved on to 2G in 90s. Then it moved to 3G. It moved to 4G, say 15, 20 years back. Now we are moving towards 5G, and let's say in 6, 7 years we will be adopting 6G. The key challenge what we have seen is the cost between the M2M, which is the machine-to-machine SIMs, and the consumer, which is the major concern area for our customer, that the cost should be matching with the consumer pricing. And the second is how do we monitor the network quality? Because while as consumers, we many times we don't get into network, we don't put the complaints. But when it is automotive and customer experience, because we will be using automotive for 2 hours, 3 hours, at that point the customer experience matters the most, right? And there are a lot of OTA happening because the technology evolution is happening, and OEMs want the vehicle connectivity to remain as long as possible. So we developed an AI solution which talks about which takes data from your how you are moving across the country or a region or an area. It feeds into a ML algorithm and it gives you the best possible network you can latch onto in that area. And even talks about that when you want to run your OTA campaigns, this is the best time when you should run your OTA campaign. So this is additional intelligence we are feeding into vehicles, which is ready for OEMs to consume. By that, the customer experience as well as the cost definitely will come down. Customer experience in terms of seamless connectivity, and cost in terms of your OTA failures doesn't happen. And we have seen a varied information when we talk to our customers. Many say when they run the OTA, they have 90% successful. Many say when they run the OTA, they are 60% successful. So this is a varied number which we hear from our industry counterparts. But definitely it's a solution ready and it can be taken forward and adopted by OEMs to take leverage of that. Going forward, we talked about 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, how it has evolved. But if you look at, looking at what is available at our hand, we also have Wi-Fi satellite available to us. And what we have done is currently we have integrated cellular and Wi-Fi. Definitely this is a private Wi-Fi, not a public Wi-Fi. It has technological limitations. So basis that you can move to a private Wi-Fi, do your operations if it is available, and then move back to cellular when you are out of the Wi-Fi space. We're also integrating satellite in our portfolio. Satellite, again, it will, while the cost is today high, tomorrow if it goes down, it can be adopted at a large scale. But today also for say two-wheeler industry, it may be very useful because the riders, the high-end premium bike riders go across the country and different difficult terrains where for emergency messaging you can use satellite. So if it is a e-call, B-call, switch to satellite if cellular or Wi-Fi is not available, and then the help can reach to you at a right point. Or you want to talk to even the ride sharing forum. If you want to talk to the next rider who can come to you and help you out, this will be very useful technology intervention. Sigfox is a specific technology which is used for vehicle tracking. So when we talked about theft is one of the problem industry faces in certain regions. Sigfox is a technology which is beyond cellular. It has specific frequencies it can talk to, and the hacking is difficult for Sigfox because what the challenge is the cellular technology. Why there is theft? Because why there is theft? Because the hacking happens and then the vehicle is stolen. With Sigfox, that is still a difficult task. Sigfox is available as a technology in Europe and across the world where you can control the vehicle theft with this technology. So, going forward, oh, okay. So, can you play a video? We'll just summarize this with a video of how we are solving the industry challenge. So in the meantime, the video is being searched. If you look at to deliver borderless coverage, it's what I talked about when you move across the globe and you want a seamless connectivity, a solution helps in. Second is reliability. When you are into multi-country scale, you want a very reliable network. So our because of our P gateways across continents or our infrastructure across continents, we're able to give a reliable network to our customers. Fourth topic is security. So security happens at various levels. One is at the telecom infrastructure. Can you provide cyber security to our customers? We do that. At the SIM level, can you provide security? That happens. And then scalability. Scalability is also key because if you're present in 10 countries, you want to immediately within 3 months, 6 months want to go across 150 countries. With the ready solution we have, it will be a 3 and a half months activity. You can directly launch your vehicle. You can get your vehicles connected within 3 months of time in across the globe. I think video is a challenge. I'll take a pause and thank you for patient listening. Any questions, I'll be happy to take. If there are no questions, I'll say thank you so much.